Hello and welcome to my patch notes rundown for the 20th of January. This week's update, as always, is a clue update, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Remove the cap on receiving clue scrolls from the clue capacity upgrade unlock at the Treasure Trail reward shop. Every update is a clue update. At this point, it's not even a meme anymore. I love how good and in touch every clue update is. It really feels like they understand how players engage with the content and what makes it so much fun. Needless to say, this is a great change and it counteracts the overpowered nature of the Scripture of Bic, having almost the exclusive feature of being able to bypass the max 50 clue cap. Well, there's no point in covering anything else, so that's it for this week's patch notes. I'm joking. Let's continue woodcutting and fletching. MK Eternal range weapons can now be disassembled. Hatchets now display cutting power in their tooltips. This is to allow players to distinguish between the practical benefits of hatchets that might have the same exact level requirement. All three ingredients to make the Hatchet of Bloom and Blight can now be reclaimed additional times from Romaro. Dungeoneering floors should now correctly spawn tier 9 and 10 nodes instead of tier 1 when influenced by the party's smithing or fletching levels being above 99. Regular trees can now be cut for more than one log before they're felled. Ironman players who have previously said they would never like to de-iron their accounts are now able to do so if they're using a JX account. After asking to downgrade, they will need to wait 7 days before this process can take place. Also added a new 90-day disable cooldown option as a replacement for never disable any of the Ironman game modes. Similar to the previous setting the cooldown to 90 days is not reversible, and once set it will be impossible to set it back to the 7-day cooldown. Added various new broadcasts to Group Ironman. This includes level milestones, personal best boss kill times, collection log progress, and my favorite, the display of when a group member dies, so you can laugh and banter over it. Continuing on with general. Players can now use various actions with the action bar while stunned. These are actions that prior to this change used to exclusively be used via the inventory but not the action bar, which obviously didn't make sense, which is why the change is good. These actions include switching equipment, throwing herbal bombs, and activating item effects like Excalibur, but players still cannot switch their prayers or eat food while stunned. Protein and unstable protein logs have a base action limit of 60. The freezing blood debuff at Arc Glacial now should correctly stack and not disappear. Arc Glacial's auto attack animation should no longer be overridden by mechanics. These were the two remaining major bugs at Arc Glacial, especially the auto attack animation cancel, which has undeservingly killed way too many people. I think it took way too long to fix, but it's nice to see them be finally resolved. The Herbie Werby Firemaking XP reward now correctly scales from level 99 to 110. Igniting the Sharp Shell Shards can now reward the player with Bernie, the firemaking pet. I didn't think this change was a big deal, but the community had suspicions that this method was not eligible to roll on the skilling pet, and apparently a JMod had reassured them that it did. This really does suck, and I've been in this exact situation myself with the Penny Pet incident, going 24 times the drop rate before JMods admitted that it was bugged. Players are no longer able to cancel their current Slayer task by resetting the Bothor path system without losing their streak. High level planks can now be used to build grapevine frames and farm paddocks. The smithing progress multiplier of Power Burst of Masterstroke has been reduced from 11 to 10. From my understanding and according to the wiki, this has always been 10, but maybe at some point they accidentally increased it to 11 without many players noticing. Players should no longer be blocked from teleporting into Infernus at Zamorak if they attempt to enter it when being resurrected by the Immortality ability. Players can no longer obtain effigies from the Gate of Elidinus if they have 5 or more in total. Stalling Blood Tendrils will no longer immediately play the animation. Corruption shot animations now line up more accurately. Ricochet animations now display correctly on AoE targets. Deadshot and Omnipower animations now correctly start when the projectile hits. These are great changes. I love seeing improvements to visual accuracy as I think it's a key aspect for players to learn and follow what is happening. And that's it for this week's patch notes. I know I haven't addressed the recent controversy on YouTube, so I'll do it now. I understand people's anger, considering we all grew up loving this game, giving us an experience that no other world can. However, the only way things will change is by not logging in and cancelling your membership, especially if you're not enjoying the game anymore. There are so many great games out there, and I wish more RuneScape players would try them, even if it means taking an extended break and not making any progress on their account. Anyways, that's it from me. Thank you for watching and take care.